Daytime with Aston Avery, all things autism in Essex for the month of April. Anna Kennedy, OBE's with me, joining Anna and I right now and chat about the upcoming and Autism's Got Talent's roadshow that's taking place on the 20th of May is Emily Keavney, who's from Daisy Chain. So welcome, Emily.
Thank you. Thank you both very much for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Hello. So
Hiya.
exciting times ahead.
Yes, very exciting times ahead. Obviously, as a charity that is passionate about making sure that we offer as many opportunities as possible to autistic and neurodivergent individuals, the chance to be involved with Anna and Anna Kennedy online, to be able to co-host the show here in the Northeast is really, really special. And we're very, very excited for the show. There's not that I want to say just over 3 weeks to go now,
Yeah,
maybe a little bit
long.
less than that.
Countdown. It will come quicker before you know it, Emily. So obviously preparations for it have actually gone smoothly, I understand as well.
Yeah, so we've got lots of amazing acts. We've got some acts that are coming up with Anna and her team from London, which if anyone's been to Autism's Got Talent before, they might recognise some of the names. And then we've also got a group of acts from around the Northeast. So Daisy Chain's based in Stockton, and some of the acts are beneficiaries, but some of them have come from further afield, have seen the advert and have a talent that they really want to get up on stage and showcase to everybody. We've got such a mix as well. Like everyone from like singing and dancing to comedy to someone's playing the drums and they're absolutely amazing. We've got a full autistic choir from Beverley School, which is in Middlesbrough in the Tees Valley. Yeah, there's such a mix. I would really say, if you are in the Tees Valley or even if you're prepared to travel in for the show, to come and see the Globe, to come to the Globe, should I say, in Stockton, and see the show on the night, we would really, really appreciate your support, and we're sure the performers would too.
And the theatre is lovely, isn't it? Because it's been refurbished. It's such a huge theatre, and there's big names that have been to this theatre.
It is.
So yeah, and you're also celebrating as Daisy Chain, because I've been a patron for quite some time now, but you're celebrating something special this year. And what's that all about?
Yeah, we are. I mean, before I even say about that, I would say Anna's just celebrated 9 years, I believe, of being patron for Daisy Chain. We're incredibly grateful for her support and ongoing support. So I just want to make sure I get that in there.
Thank you.
But for 2023, yeah, Daisy Chain celebrates 20 years since we were founded. We were founded by a lady named Leslie Hanson in 2003. Unfortunately, soon after opening, Leslie died, so hasn't been able to see her vision come to fruition. But we're very lucky to have continued to develop and thrive in the last 2 decades. When we were founded, we supported only children and families. Now we've got a range of adult services. We provide training nationally, and being part of the Autism's Got Talent Roadshow is just one way that we're making sure that our passion for inclusivity, empowerment, opportunities is really coming to fruition for the people that we're supporting. And there are a lot of barriers in place for people who want to perform and are neurodiverse. Unfortunately, stage schools, dance schools, and all of that, those kind of things might not always be suitable for those who have additional needs. So to be able to be involved in something like this, meet other people like them, and it just be a completely unjudgmental, empowering environment for them is amazing and really fits with kind of our mission and vision as well as a charity. So it's very special, not only that it's happening, but that it's happening in such a milestone year for us as well.
Yeah, and also another milestone for you is this wonderful shop that you've opened in Gateway. So do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we've as part of the charity and the different arms that we've also got a retail arm. So in 2014, we opened our first superstore in Stockton, which is on Portrait Lane, if anyone knows that area.
Been a few times.
You've been there. Anna is a very committed customer. There's a lot of treasures to be found in there. But as part of the success of that retail arm, which actually won an award last year, we opened a new store on Team Valley Retail Park in Gateshead at the start of this month. Just to give you an idea of scale, our first store is about 14,000 square feet, and the new one's 23. So it's much, much bigger. It's got 2 floors. It's on the 9th biggest retail park in the country. And the special thing about being able to, you know, not only give new life to secondhand clothing and furniture and all of those kind of things, if as a charity having a retail arm means that we can raise funds that are unrestricted. So our retail arm itself makes about a third of our funding a year. So the more that we can obviously make and we can fundraise through whichever avenue, the more that we can do with the support that we're offering. So yeah, it's a pretty cool store. We can't wait to be able to welcome you up there, Anna, and hopefully a lot more of the regional community as well.
Yeah, and the CEO is Niraj, and
Yes,
amazing. He's amazing, and we get on really well together. We're on the same wavelength, him and I.
Yeah.
We have a good laugh as well.
And you know, it's worth saying like that. I mean, the store, it's set out like a department retail store. Like it's quite similar to when you do go in. It's very similar to some of like the other shops that you sort of expect to see, but really, really special in terms of its ethos and mission. The team turned it around from when we got the keys, turned it around in 4 weeks to open it up. There was a lot of hard work that went into that, and Niraj was leading that. So yeah, I can only echo what Anna's saying. You know, we're very, very lucky to have someone leading us as a charity who is really pushing us to be our best. And we're never, considering, you know, in the grand scheme of things, we're a quite small charity. We definitely don't wear small charity shoes, if that's the right if that's the right phrasing. And we're always kind of pushing outside of the box, thinking what can we do next, and it's all back to that, you know, wanting to do the best for the people and the families that we're supporting. And the more successful we can be, the more support that we can offer.
And obviously the support as well there, Emily, as well. And it's nice to see that obviously there are performers up the Stockton way that are going to be performing as well at this Autism's Got Talent Roadshow on the 20th of May. And you mentioned about this shop that Anna's mentioned as well. So it must have taken some time to actually get it up and running in the first place.
Yes, so it did. I mean, we got there was a lot of planning. There's about 18 months of trying to acquire the site. That was obviously now. We got the keys for the store at the start of March, and on the 1st of March, and we opened on the 1st of April. So it was all hands on deck for that. But like I say, it's just really important to be able to make the most of those avenues of funding. And you know, we do believe that we're very good at what we do, and it is for such a good mission that actually the more that you sort of change that and make sure there's a variety of ways that funding can come in, the better that kind of it ends up being, because we're not just, you know, we do rely on support from the community, from corporates, so like something like Autism's Got Talent, for example, that's got quite a mixed audience. We have local businesses who will come, families who will come, but yeah, the more diverse we can make sure that our funding streams are, the more successful and the more of a much more secure position we put ourselves in for future growth. I mean, a big part of that as well was we rebranded this year as well for the first time in 20 years. And that was, again, really about setting a new foundation for growth and making sure that we represent all of our beneficiaries in the ways that we've changed over the years. So Autism's Got Talent is the first co-hosted event that logo will have its maiden voyage at. So that's really exciting as well. It's we're making sure we make as much noise as possible in this year. So
I just want to announce the performers so they can hear themselves, because obviously they'll be able to play this back. So it's Harvey Price, Kieran Lee, Jasmine Brinkhurst. We've got Lauren Lovejoy, Martin Finn. We've got Marcus Mason Williams, Holly Allison, the Stencil Pencils, Charlie Conway, Dylan Pitt, Alana Barry, Ruby Johnson, Brooklyn Burgess, George Smedley, Hannah Chester, Sean Allen Mulroy, Fred Tennant, Beverley School Choir, Colby Macro, Bobby Lathran, who's the songwriter, and it's been performed by Beth Miller. So we've got quite a few performers there. So you're definitely going to get your money's worth.
You are.
So
you definitely are.
If you want to check it out, please, it's on our charity website, it's on Daisy Chain website, or even if you want to look at the Globe Theatre, it's on there as well. So if you live in that area or any of your friends and family, we want you to spread the word and come along and support the performers, support the charity, and you will not be disappointed. Bring your tissues because you'll be crying, I'm sure.
Every every Autism's Got Talent show that Anna runs, you have to take your own tissues because obviously of the amazing performances, but not just their performances as well, their backstory as well is another factor as well. And it's they get to hear the backstory of that performer as well, which is nice to see. And you can actually see, like, for instance, like that could be something that they could achieve down the line as well. And obviously, as Anna's mentioned, amazing performances there. You've mentioned one as well here, Emily, as well. And both of you have actually mentioned one, which is a school choir. I think this is the first time, Anna, you've had a school choir on stage.
We had one a few years ago, and we've also had when Essex, didn't we? What was that a group called? Do you remember those?
Baz Operatic, wasn't it? Society.
Yeah. They were great. We had a good laugh with them. They were just so lovely. And that's the thing about it. Everyone makes friends when they're there, and then they set up WhatsApp groups afterwards to connect. And that's the lovely thing about Autumn's Got Talent. It's not only the performances on the stage; it's what happens behind stage and the friendships that are made. And then you'll get a lot of people that might felt a little bit lonely, and then they connect. And we've even had boyfriend and girlfriend. We've had a bit of everything going on. So hey, I'm still waiting for my first wedding.
The really special thing as well about the choir, I just wanted to mention, is like when they kind of gave us the information as to why they wanted to be involved. When Beverley School first wanted to form the choir, they'd been met with a lot of like people saying there's no way that if you bring that many people together with so many different levels of need, there's no way that that's going to work. And the amazing thing is, I think that's spurred them on more to make it work. And you know, the amount of, not only for performing and what that kind of is like for the people watching, but the amount of benefit and positive impact on those young people's well-being that they get from being part of that is amazing.
Even like watching Britain's Got Talent, Chicken Shed were on, and they were amazing, and they're full of diverse performers, and you can just see that it was just amazing. And they got standing ovation, and you can just see the joy of everybody performing.
And that's exactly that, I have to say there, Anna, as well, is that they're absolutely brilliant, these some of the acts that go on there as well. And especially likewise, even if they don't get a golden buzzer but get past the what they call the audition stage, that's still an achievement in itself on them sort of shows.
That is. So it's just about, don't be afraid, just give it a go, because you'll never know.
Exactly. And also as well, and Emily, when you're ready here, obviously on that, it's amazing to Anna and I are discussing about talent here, and obviously with these choirs etc here on that, so it is quite interesting to see how everything's going to be all prepped as well. And obviously stagehands is going to be a big thing as well, Anna, on that front.
Yeah, the thing is, everyone's prepared. So we get to do what's called a meet and greet the night before. So we've just been allocated a time. So if people would like to go to the theatre to check it out, look on stage, go and have a look at the changing rooms, that's absolutely fine. Some people do, some people don't. And then we ask them to come along in the morning. And then basically the technical rehearsals happen. And then once they've had their technical rehearsal and they're happy, they can go for a walk to chill out. And then they need to be back for the red carpet photographs and the group photograph on stage, and then the doors open and then the show starts, and it just flies by. And then you can guarantee that the performers want to do it all over again, because they've had such a positive time and they've loved it.
And you mentioned about Autism Wedding, Anna. You're probably not going to be it's going to be a fingers crossed moment, is it? When it happens, it's only when. It's only time will tell.
You're going to tell me you're going to get married.
No. It's just saying in general. Likewise for anyone that's out there. Yeah.
His announcement online.
No.
Okay. Well, remember, if you do further down the line, don't forget to tell me.
I know you mean that's not yet. Nowhere near that. Anyway,
and you love performing, don't you, Aston? You're great. You're a fantastic performer on stage. You shine.
As an entertainer, as they say, of course.
You'll turn your hand to anything. Tap dancing, Emily. He's good at singing. You can see he's great. On the radio, he has.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, he's amazing. So
I think it's just those opportunities, isn't it, for like creating accessible environments as well, that people can, there are so many, I mean, we're all about celebrating difference and like making sure that people have the stage, not only that's accessible but inclusive, and exactly as you were saying, and to meet other people that are in that same position. That actually, I mean, we talk about it a lot. We have an employability service, and we talk about it a lot in that context as well, of like, if people could just open their minds and accept difference and accept how special difference is, actually the world would be, you know, it is an exciting place. You just have to be able to see those parts of it. And this is, you know, that's why this show meets that mission so well, because we're doing that in everything that we do. So to have the opportunity to do it again in a, you know, in collaboration and with people from across the country is exceptionally special.
Okay, so it's been lovely talking to you, and I'm going to see you very, very soon. I'm sure we'll be chatting a little bit more before I see you. So fingers crossed. We're going to have a fantastic time. We just were the trains were just saying about them being you know what it's like,
strikes.
Yeah, we checked, and thank goodness it's not that weekend.
No. So Emily,
Excellent.
how can our listeners find out more about Daisy Chain?
So to find out more about Daisy Chain, you can head to our website or our social media. You can link to our social media from our website. So it's www.daisychainproject.co.uk. If you want to find out more about Autism's Got Talent, if you head to the events tab, click Autism's Got Talent, you'll be able to see all that list, the list of all of those performers there, and link through to ATG tickets to buy tickets too. But tickets are from £10.50. So as Anna said, definitely don't break the bank, and you get every value for money, if not more. So yeah, really, really can't wait for it, and I look forward to seeing you soon, Anna.
Thank you very much for taking the time out, Emily. Lovely.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Emily.
Take care.
Thank you. Speak to you soon.
Bye.